I'm Cassie from Cinefy. This is my colleague Dempsey.
Nice to meet you.
My little glorified cameraman for the night. So good to talk to you.
Yeah, sorry.
It's so hot in here,
Yeah.
I know. We've been talking about it. So Dempsey and I both have seen this movie. We both loved it. Like, what?
I'm so happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah. Hardest part is over. We love the movie, right?
That's all that matters.
What an incredible just group of people you have assembled to talk. They're such funny people talking about something that, isn't so funny.
Yeah.
It's something really unique. Can you speak about that?
Oh, that was the best part of it, is that finding people that have gone through a lot and use that to make material to make people laugh. I think that's very important. I'm also thrilled that they talked about things that they hadn't made material out of. Like, we learned a lot about these people that we didn't know. There's a lot of things we discovered. There's even discovery in this story. So that was the best thing, is that they were all very honest and open, and also brought new stories to the table.
Did it turn out the way that you thought it was going to, or did you kind of go in very, very open-minded about it?
It was a very fast shoot. I'm thrilled we pulled it off. I was very nervous about having 3 days to put 90 minutes together, and we did it. So yeah, and it was. They also suffered through constant filming. I mean, they weren't there very long, but we filmed everything, and everyone was game to do that. Everyone was cool. No one complained. Yeah.
Cool. So if there's like one thing you want an audience member to take away from this viewing experience, what do you hope they get from it?
I think that we're all going through it. I hope someone that is feeling it and not doing well watches this and sees another human being experiencing that and surviving and making jokes about it. And as painful as it is in the moment, to hear those stories, you can realize, oh, they've suffered as well. And here they are on a TV show or a movie.
Right.
So yeah, I hope that's a great takeaway.
Dempsey, anything else you want to add?
Were you nervous to kind of capture all that rawness in front of an live studio audience, essentially?
Yeah, we gave them the opportunity to be funny, which I think was important for comics, which is why the audience was important. Giving them that chance to be entertainers, but we also moved them to the side and talked in the green room and talked one-on-one with me. So they had a chance to run the gamut of emotions. So it was like, okay, here's a safe space to be funny and perform, but here's a safe space to be real and honest. So we kind of gave them every opportunity.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
We're hot, but we're doing good. So talk about, how does it feel to be here tonight, to celebrating this film?
Well, my partner Luke and I started this around 2.5 years ago. Right when we started at Hartbeat, we were offered the chance to make a comedy film around mental health, and we were like, we've got to make it about stand-up comedians. They're the superheroes of mental health, and I can't believe this incredible cast that we pulled together. An incredible director in Neil Berkeley, who's a master. And so, we've been watching this ourselves for 2 years, getting it into shape and getting it ready for a night like tonight. So, most excited about having other people watch it and seeing how they react. But we're thrilled.
It's funny because when you say a comedy film about mental health, it almost sounds like an oxymoron, like it shouldn't work.
Well, what's interesting is that, I think Luke and I both come from comedy backgrounds, but we're lucky to work with really great comedians, and they turn the worst things into the funniest moments. They have a real superpower. And it's not only that they're healing themselves as they kind of joke about these traumatic moments in their lives, but we laugh and go, I think I kind of relate. And so I think that's where the intersection happened. And the way that Neil directed this and kind of put it all together, hopefully it's laugh, cry, laugh, cry, laugh, cry.
It is.
And, it gives me chills to think about, every time I watch it, I get emotional.
Yeah.
And I'm really, again, excited to see other people watch it tonight.
Yeah, well, we both loved it.
Oh, that's so great.
Congratulations. I mean, we can tell you put a lot of heart into it, and
You did.
congratulations.
Thank you.
It was nice talking to you.
Talk to you.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Luke. Yeah.
Luke, Cassie. Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
great
This
to
is
meet you.
Dempsey, my
Nice to meet you.
colleague. I'll kind of just ask you the same stuff that I asked him.
Yeah, I'll try to answer it as well. Let's see how it goes.
Well, I got a question.
Oh, go for it.
Was this film commissioned, or how did the idea come about? Because it's a great premise.
It's a wonderful idea. Sorry,
No, you're
I'm
good.
holding. You're holding. Who's holding?
I'll hold it.
It's a wonderful idea, and we had partners at AXA who did commission the film and came to us and said, we want to do something in the mental health space. And we said, well, this is a passion project of ours for years, and now we may finally be able to bring it to life. And so happy to be standing here with it brought to life in the most meaningful way.
Maybe not a question, but a suggestion. Did you think about turning this into some sort of franchise or TV show with multiple comedians down the line?
I love the idea of a franchise. I would be lying to you if I said we hadn't discussed it. We'll see if people like it, and then we'll go from there.
Since it was his idea.
I think Dempsey has to get created by credit on this, and he'll use this against me.
It only seems right. Yeah, we have this on film. Just
That's right. Dempsey, wonderful idea. Wonderful idea.
Honestly, I love what you guys did with it. Like you said, we both enjoyed it. I can't wait to see how other people respond to it.
I appreciate that. It's me too. But I know that I have 2 fans, right?
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Very much. I told my name is Cassie. This is my colleague Dempsey. And I said, I remember Gary from Last Comic Standing. And that feels like it was so... I was in college.
20 years ago.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Older than I look. Anyway.
And I
Had
grew
to
up
tell
in
you
Mott
that.
Haven too, by the way.
Oh, are you from the same spot?
Well, no, I grew up in Mott Haven, but I was born and raised in the Bronx in general. So when he said that in the movie, I was like, I get that reference.
So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that I'm old, I guess, because I
We
remember.
also love the movie. We did love the movie. Okay?
Yeah, no, I know Dempsey in particular was really moved by your story. So why don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the one thing that I wanted to know about your involvement in the film, it seemed like you had already been very open with your mental health journey. Did you volunteer for this, or were you chosen? Was it a beautiful happening, or I don't know, beautiful accident?
I was asked to do it. I think because I had been so open about it over the years that there's probably a dozen comedians about my experience and talent who have opened up about this, and so I was very grateful to be chosen as one of the people, and I felt like I brought a unique perspective to it. So I was very grateful. Yeah.
Are these conversations that you have with like other comedian friends, like is this something that you struggle with privately and it's just all kind of starting to get talked about now?
That's a great question. I do remember that as soon as I started doing comedy, I would hear comedians who you've never heard of just being very open about being on Prozac or taking anti-anxiety or having panic attacks or having been hospitalized, and I found it so refreshing. I always thought it was very daring and very brave because it could make the audience very uncomfortable, but as a society, at least in America, we've become so open about it that it's actually becoming kind of either maybe not a genre of comedy, but a lot of comedians will discuss openly at some point in their show about it, and then there are a handful who've made entire shows about it, and I was happy to be one of those people. Yeah.
So you talk in this movie about electro. You said it's not called electroshock therapy anymore. It's called something else. What's it?
Electroconvulsive therapy.
Yeah.
Yes, which is a lateral move at best. Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about that? Just because I'm very curious, like what goes into that?
It's very effective, and what they do is they knock you out completely. You don't feel any of it. You don't remember any of it, and they apply a certain amount of electricity to either one half of your brain or both halves of your brain, and it stimulates or affects a seizure. And 100 years ago or more, they discovered that these seizures that epileptics would have would result in a change in their mood. So they thought, let's try it with this. But they do it at a much lower dosage than we're seeing in horror movies or in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So it's actually for treatment-resistant depression. So for people who haven't found medication or other treatments to be helpful, electroconvulsive therapy is very effective. It's considered the gold standard, and it's covered by insurance, which is usually an indicator that it's mainstream. Yeah.
So you get it done once, and you're going. You keep doing it.
No,
Okay.
I will say that I felt a huge difference. Like it relieved my anxiety in 2 treatments, and over about 10 or 12 treatments, I was more myself than I had been in years. Yeah.
That's fascinating to me.
It's really effective. It's good to know that it's out there. I say in the movie, there's never been a better time to be mentally ill, just because there's so many treatment varieties and options. So yeah.
It's really fascinating. I've really never heard anyone talk about that before, honestly.
I'm really glad that I was able to get some knowledge out there.
No, that's really interesting. Cool. It was so nice talking to you. Thanks for visiting.
Congratulations on the film.
Yeah.
Take it.
Hi.
What is up?
Great. You look phenomenal, by the way. I love your outfit. My name is Cassie.
My name is Dempsey. I want to ask you the $1 million question, okay? Have you gone to a therapist since the movie?
Oh, yeah.
I actually started seeing a therapist last week for the first time in 10 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And honestly, she was like the only one available. Because apparently all the therapists in LA have been snatched up. You know, they're busy. Because, you know, they're busy fixing my friends and neighbors and colleagues. Oh my gosh. I was like, you know, I always arrive at things late, you know, because I procrastinate, I'm stubborn, but most importantly, I'm lazy. And so, you know, it took me a long time. Finally, I was ready to see a therapist, only for all my friends, everyone in LA to have been seeking their higher selves this whole time, right? They've been deep into therapy. And so, of course, no one's taking new clients. So I'm not sure if this girl is the one for me, but it is baby steps.
You're starting a journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe I'm looking for one that might take people on Zoom, because
That's a thing.
maybe
I talk to someone on Zoom. I have a Zoom therapist.
yeah, maybe I don't have to have someone in LA since y'all are all busy.
How is your mom doing?
My mom is, you know, she's hanging in there. She's spiraling. My grandma's in the hospital right now, and so my mom is sort of like needing a lot of calm and care. And so I'm getting sort of like a lot of phone calls from her, and a lot of, you know, I'm having to be this calming presence in her life, which I'm not. I'm not a calm, chill person. You know what I mean? Like, so, meaning, all I can do is make people laugh. And she doesn't know what I'm saying in English. I only know how to make jokes in English. So it's been kind of a struggle, but, you know, that's a part of learning, you know? Yeah.
So if someone is watching this movie and they're kind of like you, they're like, I've never really wanted to get therapy. Like, what are you hoping people get from this?
From the documentary, my biggest hope is that people just see comedians as whole people, you know, because we're clowns and we are performers, and our job is to make people laugh, and we write and polish our jokes for the audiences. But you know, what people don't see is how deep we are, how much depth there is to even making a dumb observational joke about cereal or something. You have to be a good listener, you have to be a good observer, you have to be a lover of humanity. And so that's mostly what I want people to take away from this film. Yeah.
Very well said. Congratulations on your health journey.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Lovely talking to you.
First of all, how did you get involved with this? You are, I think, the only British person in the cast.
Yes, I'm always a token Brit. In Britain, I was always a token black, and then I come to America and I'm always a token Brit. So yeah, I live here. I live in America now. I've been doing stand-up here for 4 years, and so I'm honestly a big part of American comedy history. So, you know, I'm so glad they did ask me to be a part of this, because yeah, I am a legend, so I deserve to be here.
And so humble, too.
So humble. I'm like the most humble person I know.
In all seriousness, like being a part of this movie and seeing it premiere at Tribeca must be pretty amazing.
It's my first Tribeca, number one, my first film festival, my first world premiere, and my mum's here, losing her mind. So it's a big deal for me and the Hughes family. She's in a polka dot dress back there somewhere. She was filming a lot of this.
Oh my gosh.
She's too cute. But yeah, it's a big deal. And also for me to be able to like be from the UK. I'm from a small town in the UK. I've come a long way, and stuff like this reminds me of that. So,
Where in the UK?
So I'm from a town called Croydon, which is in South London, and it's not famous for anything. Apart from me.
Except you.
Except for me. Let's go. But yeah, no, I'm proud to be here, and I'm flying the flag.
I mean, it seems like you're having an amazing time.
I'm living my best life.
That's awesome, especially considering the subject matter of this movie.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And I talk about it in the movie. I talk about how hard it is for women in comedy in the UK and women of colour, and all the things I had to overcome to get here, and the reason why I moved here, and bullying, and just feeling not good enough, and being repeatedly told you're not good enough, but it's not because you're not funny, it's because of the colour of your skin or the fact that you have a vagina. That's what it was like for 10 years in the UK. And so I'm honoured that, one, I get to tell my story, and two, that my story is being told, because more people need to understand that, like, we don't do this for fun. Like, comedians, we really feel it. We have hearts, we really care, and every single comic is going through some stuff, but we all manage to go on stage and make people laugh. So if we can talk about our issues and use laughter as therapy to get over it, hopefully it will inspire some people at home or in the movie theatre watching it to do the same.
So you've seen the movie?
I've seen my parts of the movie.
Okay.
I fast forwarded it to me. I've only seen my bits. But I was there.
No, I appreciate it. That's true.
I know what
You know what
happened.
happened.
I know how it ends.
All right. I mean, anything else you want to ask, London?
No, I'm congratulations on the film, and I cannot wait to see what else you do after this.
Yeah, you're so awesome. I'm really glad that I discovered you here.
Thank you so much. Love you to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
You too.
That's not us. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
no, that's us. You're good.
Take care.